Hello, everyone. This is Kent Fox. We're having our monthly Facebook Live session, and this time it's unique because we're here at the brand new Plaza of the Americas. There are a couple of things that I'm going to share with you all. Indeed, we're going to talk about the Plaza and how this is a spectacular new space that is so beloved by generations of alumni, and now students have the real benefit of a particularly beautiful and even more functional plaza than the past. I also want to tell you all, and I have a special guest that I'll introduce in just a few moments, a little bit about the impact of Hurricane Irma at the campus here at the University of Florida, and in particular how our groundskeepers prepared for and responded to the hurricane. And before we do those, though, I wanted to mention something that we've been celebrating for now more than a week, and it's very simply the latest rankings of the University of Florida overall. We track 12 different rankings of universities across the United States. These are the highest ranked, most prestigious research universities. And when you look at those that are public universities in states around the nation, of those 12 rankings that we track, the University of Florida has been in the top 10 for 10 of those 12, but there have been 2 that we've not been in the top 10. One of those is the oldest of all the rankings, and that's the U.S. News and World Report. We were ranked about 17th or so a number of years ago. We moved up to rank 14, and we've been stuck at rank 14 now for many years. And it's been our aspiration publicly that we would be considered by all rankings as one of the nation's top 10 rankings. And I'm really pleased to say that now the U.S. News has ranked us as tied for number 9th in the nation. So we're celebrating that. The other ranking that for which we also are making progress is the Wall Street Journal ranking. Last year, which is the first time they've ever ranked universities, we were ranked 13th in the nation amongst public, and their ranking is coming out later this week, and I know that we've made some progress since I've seen the advanced ranking in that ranking as well. Although it's embargoed until the end of this week. So we're celebrating our progress as an institution that has a stature that's continually increasing. We had a contest over the last several days, starting on Saturday, of which president in that president's inauguration address mentioned the goal of being a top 10 public university. And then I had a quote from that inauguration address, and we also had a second quote, also from another president's inauguration address here at the University of Florida, and then a third quote. The third quote was from me about our aspirations for being considered as one of the nation's very best universities in the nation. The first inauguration address that mentions the University of Florida's aspiration to be ranked in the top 10, based on our research, was in 1948, before I was born. And the president at that time was J. Hillis Miller. The other quote that we had out as part of our competition was Robert Marston from 1975. So it has been basically 7 decades that we have been working on this, and every year making progress, and now it's being recognized by some of the highest read, nationally recognized rankings in the entire country, that we are one of the world's very best research universities, and now even in rankings such as U.S. News and World Report. We're not resting on our laurels. We're doubling down, and we have aspirations to move beyond top 10. As I have said publicly, that our goal now is top 5. So we're pressing forward, but we're also celebrating. The winner of our contest was a journalism student, Brandon Meyer, who got 2 tickets to come sit with me in the president's box at the University of Alabama Birmingham football game. So I look forward to being with Brandon. Well, you all are seeing part of one of our most beautiful places on campus now. It's indeed the Plaza of the Americas. It's filled with azaleas. It has beautiful trees. Some of them that are historic have been here for more than 100 years. Others were recently planted as part of the upgrade of this space. And this is a space also that hosts historically the Krishna Lunch, that students from around campus come for a few bucks and get a healthy lunch. I myself have benefited from them. The renovation, or the revitalization, I should say, of campus included closing the two streets that were on the north and the south side of the plaza. There are beautiful wrought iron benches throughout the plaza now, as well as all of the greenery, both on the grounds as well as in the trees. This initiative was led, as are many initiatives, by our alumni. Many of them donated to this project that cost more than $2 million. The couple that I met with that were really the leaders of this revitalization of the plaza were Herb and Catherine Yardley. Herb and Catherine Yardley, as well as many other donors and friends of theirs and friends of the university, donated to making this plaza's a beautiful site for the next century. I'm just so pleased. The designer of this the original designer was Frederick Law Olmsted Jr., and he's the son of the famous designer of Central Park in New York City. And the plaza was originally dedicated in 1931 when John Tigert was president. So more than 80 years later, I know that Mr. Olmsted and President Tigert would indeed be pleased with how this incredible plaza looks today, and how on almost every day you will see students out here gathering for Krishna Lunch, as we have right now, as well as sitting in between their classes, studying and enjoying the beautiful winters that we have here in Gainesville. Now I want to talk a little bit about the impact of Hurricane Irma here on our campus. As our students certainly know, and our faculty and staff, we closed the campus the Friday before the hurricane hit the university. And in fact, all public universities and K through 12 schools were closed by Governor Scott to provide maximum flexibility for those that were evacuating where the hurricane hit full bore, and that was in the South and in the Keys and other parts of the western part of our state. So we were closed Friday, no classes. We reopened on Wednesday, but no classes on Wednesday, and then Thursday we restarted. And many of the universities across the state actually stayed closed until the next Monday. But our practice here at the University of Florida is, first off, to be very certain that our campus is safe, and we do that through an emergency operations team of about 40 individuals led by a gentleman by the name of Kenneth Allen, who is full-time responsible for responding and preparing us for emergency events and disasters such as potential hurricanes. And that also is part of our we have staff from all across the university that are part of that organization. And then there is an emergency policy group, of which I'm a part, that receives regular briefings on pending disasters such as hurricanes and that prepare for it. And it's that group that makes the decisions such as closing the university. But again, we were a university that opened as soon as we could, with the understanding that many of our students, and including some of our employees, have family members in South Florida. They have family members in the Keys as well as in Naples and Marco Island that were really hurt. Here locally in Gainesville, a number of our staff lived in areas where they had no electricity for more than a week. Some of them had no water because they were on wells, and so they suffered in the midst of actually working to prepare us to reopen on Wednesday. The hurricane went through us as a tropical storm late Sunday night and Monday morning, and by Monday afternoon we had people that were out, including groundskeepers, including on Tuesday, before we reopened, making sure that our campus was clear and ready for us to reopen. So by Thursday, again, classes reopened, and you could see a difference on campus, but we believed at that point, by Wednesday and certainly by Thursday, that it was safe for us to be here. We did not lose power at all during the time. I now want to introduce you all to someone that helped us in preparation for the hurricane, and he represents a large number of others that worked, as I said, in preparation and also in cleanup right after the hurricane passed through as a tropical storm. This person's name is Ski Hudson. Ski, come over here and join me. And Ski represents a large number of others that just gave of their time when they themselves often were impacted personally by the storm. Ski, could you say a little bit about how our campus was impacted by the winds and by the rain, and maybe by flooding, and what you personally saw after the storm passed?
Um, Friday morning we had a lot of brush and trees down. We had a large tree down at the main part of campus come down. We still have a lot of smaller trees that are on campus and off campus, since there's 2,000 acres here, and plus off campus like Wahlberg and PK Young and stuff. Matter of fact, we're working over at PK Young this morning, trying to clean up for their homecoming football game. The lake itself, Friday morning, came over the road down at Baby Gator and caused a little problem in traffic, but it made things a little bit more interesting to get cleaned up.
Yes. So, when we were closed, were some of the groundskeepers out here right after the wind subsided a little bit, but before we were opened?
Yes, sir. We had 4 members of the staff that stayed here from Sunday until Monday. Myself, I came in as soon as it got daylight. I got here a little bit before 8 o'clock. We already had 4 or 5 guys already here cutting up trees before I got here. So the biggest problem was stuff down in the roads and whatnot like that.
Yeah. It seems to me that the campus was affected, absolutely, just what you see around, mainly because of the trees. But it could have been a lot worse. Is that your impression as well?
Oh yes, it could have been a whole lot worse. What little bit of winds that we had, since this is a tree city, there's more trees than there are humans, unfortunately. But the campus itself, it's a constant working in progress to try to get everything looking right. Staff and everything, it's just incredible just trying to keep up without a storm. A little bit of wind and things go ballistic around here.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. Just the one of the favorite parts of this campus to me are indeed the trees and the incredible canopy that we have, which you can see here in the plaza, but with the moss hanging down. But it really takes a beating when there are storms. Now, I know that we had students, staff, faculty, and even members of the community that were taking shelter in a couple of our facilities,
Yes,
the main one being the Southwest Rec Center. And tell me a little bit about I don't know, but was your personal home affected at all, where you live?
I had a couple of limbs down myself. With have to be here on campus after the storm and everything. They gave us ultimatum, if things were too bad not to come in. You could come on in, please come in. So what I had could wait, so I came on in like they asked.
Well, I'm just so grateful for the large number of employees that before the campus was opened came in to help prepare for the opening of campus, and then all of the employees came if they were at all able to get here, and if their own homes were not devastated on that Wednesday before we opened on Thursday. So it was an aggressive schedule to reopen campus, and there was some reasons that we could have delayed until the next week, but I'm glad that we were able to preserve as many as we could of class days for our students, and we don't have to be open during the holidays or take away any of the reading days. Ski, thank you so much on behalf of all the others that were here, that worked so hard, that gave up family time when they could have been and needed to be home with families to be here, taking care of people.
We had quite a few people out that, like you said, didn't have water or anything, and they came in and had pitched in. So we had, if it wasn't for those people coming in, campus would have been a wreck for a little bit longer than what it is.
It was amazing. Well, thank you, Ski, for everything you've done. I appreciate it, and you're representing everybody else. So thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to walk a little ways over here, and what I want to do is to walk toward, just to give you all a view of our plaza, apart from that one beautiful nook we were in, and students are still in class right now, and we may grab somebody as we walk here. We're walking over toward the Krishna Lunch. there are additional plans to continue to revitalize the area near the libraries. We wanted to do the plaza first because this is so well used by everyone and so visible as a part of the historic part of our campus. But as the students break for classes, there'll be more of them out here tabling and celebrating the beautiful weather. Hey, you all. You all want to be on my Facebook Live? Sure. So tell me about your organization. I'm Kent.
Hi, I'm Priscilla.
Good to meet you, Priscilla.
Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Nice to meet you.
Public Leadership Society. So this is not, we didn't stage this, did we?
No.
Okay.
We're happy about it.
Yeah, it's great. Hey, listen. Usually there are like a lot of people out for tabling, but I think you've got most of the plaza. I only see one other person out here, so you've got our attention. In 33 seconds, tell me about Public Leadership Society.
Well, we're an organization that focuses on community involvement to foster leadership, and we have a lot of events that we go to as a group, and we also have workshops, and we bring in speakers. And our meeting is tomorrow night at 7:15, Pew Hall 150, and there will be pizza, so please come.
Pizza. If you're a 62-year-old administrator, can you show up?
Of course.
Okay.
Happy to have you.
Yeah. Leadership's important in all kinds of jobs.
Yes.
Thank you all for being here. Good.
Thank you for coming.
You all were okay during the hurricane?
Yes,
Yep.
very.
How about your families?
Yeah, we were in Orlando, so it wasn't too
Yeah.
bad.
Were you in Orlando as well?
No, Jacksonville, but I have family in Puerto Rico and
Oh, my
Hurricane
goodness.
Maria.
Yeah, Maria. Yeah, I didn't mention Maria earlier, but we have a lot of students that are from there or have family there. So tell me about your family in Puerto Rico. How they doing?
I actually don't know since they live on the west side of the island,
Oh,
and
my
the
goodness.
roads there have
Yep.
been blocked, and so they're kind of like they're trying to get to them. Some contact has been made, but I still haven't heard from my grandmother.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thanks for sharing that. It is, this has been a tough year. We had 2 hurricanes last year, Hermine and Matthew, but this year, because Jose, Maria, and Irma all hit the Caribbean and somehow affected a lot of our students were affected. So, well, best wishes to your family, particularly your grandmother. Good. Well, thank you all. Thanks.
Nice meeting you.
Good to meet you all. Take care. So we're going towards the Krishna Lunch. I don't know if they give a presidential discount. Could be good. Hey, you all. Would you all be willing to be on my Facebook Live session?
Yeah.
You sure? Okay, tell me your names. I'm Kent.
I'm Jamie.
Jamie?
Yeah.
Good to meet you, Jamie. Hi, I'm Kent.
Hi, nice to meet you, Moniz.
Moniz, good to meet you.
Hi, Daniel.
So tell me what you all do at the university.
Well, I'm actually a exchange scholar
Yes?
from Brazil.
Oh, wow.
I'm here. I arrived in the beginning of August, and I'm staying by the beginning of December.
Wonderful.
So I'm enjoying the Krishna Lunch.
Oh, wow.
It's been a good time.
Yeah. Is this your first Krishna Lunch?
No, it's the 4th, I guess.
Okay, good.
But-
From Brazil. Well, welcome. Glad you're here.
Yeah.
Hi. How about yourself?
I'm from Brazil too.
Oh, wow. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I'm lunching now.
Good. Good. Glad you all are here. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Are you from Brazil?
No, I'm not.
I'm a junior here studying sustainability, built environment, and geodesign.
Neat.
Yeah.
Neat. We were just talking about how the Plaza of the Americas has been revitalized, including to make it even more sustainable. So
the
good.
drainage is way better.
Good. It is. It is. So tell me what you're studying. Is sustainability and
Yeah.
which college?
Geodesign, design, construction, and
Oh,
planning.
okay. Okay. Yep. Design, construction, planning. Well, good to meet you all. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go over here and see this table. So, hey, you all.
Hello.
How are you all doing? It must have been good. You finished the lunch.
Yeah, it was definitely
Good. Good. So this is youth soccer, Top Soccer Florida. Hey, you all. Do you mind being on my Facebook Live session?
Sure.
Hey, tell me your names.
Mashpur.
Hi, Kent.
I'm Hamza Somi. It's nice
Hi
to meet
there.
you.
Hi, I'm Sonia.
Hi, Sonia.
I'm Ainsley.
So tell me about the youth soccer program.
We're a program that we play soccer with kids who have disabilities.
Oh, my goodness.
It's really fun on Friday nights.
Oh, boy.
You should definitely try to do it. It's really cool. We have flyers here.
Oh, wow.
Yep. You want to see one?
Sure. Love to. Love to.
And we're actually holding a fundraiser at Blaze tomorrow. It's 11 to 11. Just, you show up, you can go to a good cause.
Can I donate today? Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back. Don't go away. Don't go away. Okay. I don't play soccer, but I can donate.
You don't need to.
Okay. Okay. We have to. So tell me about this.
We're Trip, UF Trip. We lead outdoor excursions. We do backpacking, rock climbing, paddling.
Oh my goodness.
We go all over the southeast. It's pretty fun.
If I was 40 years younger, I'd be with you.
I think you'd still be spry and out there.
Okay.
You could lead some awesome trips.
You haven't seen my maybe
I'm sure you
me
could rock
hiking.
climb.
It looks like a lot of fun though. You all.
definitely got a couple more years.
Neat.
Yeah,
So-
come out tonight at 8.
So,
We
so
have an info sesh.
oh wow. So how are you all affiliated with the university?
We're a department within rec sports.
Okay.
And
Okay.
So we're in the Center for Outdoor Recreation
Yeah.
and Education.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Lots
So-
of fun.
If I don't have my own lines, do you call it a line or a rope? A rope. A rope. Okay. It's not sailing. Okay.
Yeah, we're not.
If I don't have my own ropes and my own tent, can I still come?
Yeah, we
Okay.
do all the rentals.
Okay.
Yeah, we do rentals as well as
Okay.
provide all this stuff on our trips.
Wow.
So.
That's neat. Where do you go? Where do you go to? Do you go to other places outside of the county? And
North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Costa Rica, Iceland,
oh my goodness.
and hopefully other international trips overseas.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. It's good to meet you all.
Yeah,
Thank you all. Thank you.
See you tonight.
Thanks.
Where are we going now?
Well, let's take a look here at the Krishna Lunch. Hi, you all. Kent Fox. What are your names?
Carly. I've always wanted to meet you. I'm Carly Jordana.
Hi, Carly.
Hi, Cassidy. Nice
Hi,
to
Cassidy.
meet you.
Harley.
Carly.
Carly.
Yes.
C-A-R-L-E-Y.
Yes, no one spells it right.
Oh my
Thank you for
goodness.
spelling it right.
Since I mispronounced it, I had to spell it right. Good.
We were just watching your live feed at work, and we snuck out of work to come. Say
Oh
hi.
my goodness.
So-
Great. Where do you all work?
We work at the Office of Financial Affairs.
That's
So-
important.
Kaiser Hall.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Financial affairs is important for everybody. Students, president, everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank
Come
you all.
visit us.
So are you all full-time employees or are you students?
We're student employees. We work like 20 to 30 hours
Oh
a
wow.
week there.
Yep.
So.
And what are your majors?
I'm a finance major in the MSF program as well.
I'm a sustainability studies major.
Oh my goodness. Now I've met 2 sustainability studies people here. You're in the right job if you're in a finance major.
Yeah, it works out well.
Okay, good. Well, good to meet you all.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
I work at the library.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I work at the oral history program.
Yes.
So I wanted to plug our event coming up for the
Sure.
Pride Extravaganza.
Yes.
It's at First Magnitude Brewery, and it's a fundraiser for our program. Are we good now?
We're good.
Do I need to repeat anything?
Nope.
Okay, yeah. So basically, like, we just want to unite like the queer community in Gainesville and the UF community. Get UF, anybody in the UF community involved with the Gainesville community, and all these like intersections within the queer identity. So
Well, thanks for coming out.
yeah.
And
thank you for,
glad.
giving me a space.
Oh, you're welcome. Tell me your name.
My name is Hollins.
Hollins. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet
Good to
you.
meet you, Hollins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
Can I leave this with you all?
Yep. You can leave with me.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you. Take care, Hollins. So, quite an incredible community, you all. Do we still have time to walk over here? Let's check out the menu. Hey, you all. You're on my Facebook Live session. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So tell me about the menu. What is it?
So we got a little bit of veggies and rice with some apple halava and a nice old side salad. I maxed out.
Oh my goodness. I haven't had lunch or breakfast. Can I take one of yours?
Go for it.
Okay. Tell me your names.
I'm Gabby.
Hi, Gabby.
Havana.
Hi, Havana.
Marco.
Margo, good to meet you guys. Thank you all. Thank you. Take care. Thanks for participating. Well, I think we'll wrap it up, you all. So again, we're just so grateful for all those that worked hard to prepare our campus after the storm and before the storm, Irma. And also our hearts go out to all of those that have family, friends in the parts of the world, particularly the Caribbean, that were affected. And for those that are students and those that are employees at the university, please know that we have 2 ways that if you're personally affected and you're urgent need of funds, there's a link on our main website about how you can ask for funds to get you through some of the real urgent needs right now. Financial aid, our Office of Financial Aid has allocated some funds to help our students, and then there's a new program called Ada Gator that is receiving donations for those that would like to contribute to employees that are in need of funds and or dispersing funds to those that are really in need. So thank you all. I look forward to our next Facebook Live session, and it's wonderful to be here at the Plaza of the Americas. It is great to be a Florida Gator. Bye-bye, you all.